Hey yo, what's the good word with the daily viewers, who I call the Chico Army, but if you're new, you gotta earn your spot. You're just a viewer of the tube. My name's Tyler, the host of the crypto channel, who some people think they can break our kingdom walls. You know how we sidestep attacks. It's time for Chico Crypto. Well, I know a majority of those who watch this channel joined the crypto market sometime during 2017, the last big bubble, or after. The experience you have with Bitcoin is a parabolic run or a brutal bear market with a few massive pump and dumps sprinkled in. It's hard to be extremely bullish when the theme has been brutal rug pulls each and every time. I was the same way after 2013 when I first joined, part of the parabolic $1,200 run. It was euphoria, but then I experienced that depression and brutal bear market back down to where I bought my first coins, around the $200 mark. But I held, and expanding out the chart a bit, there were more than a few times the air got sucked right out of me. Just over 1.5 years after the $1,200 peak, July 11th, 2015, after hitting the $200 lows, BTC pumped to $300. But as we can see, it got slammed in a month and a half by August 23rd. It was just above $200, a decrease of 30%. Yeah, that sucked. Now expanding out further, after that low, we started moving, doubled in price, pushing up to nearly $400 by November 2015. Now 2 years since the high, but once again a rug pull from $400 down to $300 just days later, a flash crash of 25%. But by December, we were right back past 400 to a peak of about 470. Then another rug pull 2 months later at the end of January 2016, we are back down to $360, a loss of 23%. Sideways for a bit, but then by the middle of 2016, another big one, BTC pumped to $765 by June, and then schwapam, crashed down to $500 level by the beginning of August, just 15 days later. This crash was about a 33.3% one. So back during this time, I didn't know BTC would break 1200 again. Each of these rug pulls was a gut punch to the stomach. By this last one, I just decided to step away from crypto and Bitcoin, thinking it's done. 6 months, I didn't even look at the crypto markets, which was a mistake because it jumped right back up past that by the end of the year. And that's when I knew it was on like Donkey Kong, diving headfirst back in. And Donkey Kong did come. We know what happened to the price. It got back to its peak of near 1200 by January 2017, went parabolic throughout that year, hitting a peak of nearly 20K. And we know the story after, the crashes we have experienced since the last 2017 peak. I know each one feels more and more bleak, but if the 4-year cycles are true and things will be like the past, right now in time, we are near the last big crash before the party starts. Before getting back to the all-time high of 1200 back then, we had a significant crash from $765 to $500 by August 1st, 2016. This day, August 1st, was 977 days after the November 2013 parabolic peak. Since our last parabolic peak, 20K, around December 15th, we are now 1,012 days since that. Very similar time frames, wouldn't you say? Although, with the most recent crash from 12,400 to about 9,900, that is a 20% fall. Back in August 2016, it was a tad more significant, 33.3%. What would 13% more put us at today, down to the 8K levels? Dun dun dun. Will it happen? Well, my personal opinion is this. Yes, eventually we will touch those levels, but not in the meantime. Why do I think this? Number one, Tether USDT gets to operate as normal. So not too many people are following what exactly is going on with the case, so let me update you. September 8th, we got a court document from the AG. It was was requesting that Bitfinex turn over the requested documents, as the deadline had passed and they hadn't. They wanted to speak with the judge in a conference regarding this. Well, this went down on September 17th, and CoinDesk covered it in an article titled "Judge Orders Bitfinex to Turn Over Tether Loan Documents Again." Yep, Judge Cohen, overseeing the case, said they need to turn them over. But as we can see from the article, Cohen didn't set a deadline for when Bitfinex and Tether would have to produce these documents, leaving that decision to a special referee, but said a deadline would need to be set. So that is good for Tether and Bitfinex. They put up a fight in court. They appeal appeals and argue every sentence. They are using the justice system like it was designed to get themselves the fairest possible trial, which means time, and more time. So I would say we won't see anything for the next couple of months regarding this case, but let's just, for the sake of things, say the worst outcome happens down the road and law enforcement plan to seize all of their assets, cash, tethers, Bitcoin, and all. Do you know how difficult that would be to pull off with an entity like Tether? Their bank accounts are spread all over the world. Their keys for their crypto assets are spread all over too, and no one knows who holds them, how many people, or where. This type of seizure operation would take months of planning and setup, aka time. Tether and Bitfinex once again have a lot of time. So nothing catastrophic within the crypto markets from USDT in the next few months, that's for sure. And now let me get out my Chico prediction hat for you and let you get into the mind of my thoughts on Bitcoin's future. Personally, I think in the stock market, we are on the cusp of the next run. The Dow recently got back above 29,000 points. This was close to the pre-March crash levels, but since we've gone down. Now personally, I think we will surpass that again and push into the low 30K range. From where we are today, that would be an over 10% increase. So the last time we were at the 27K range with the Dow was December 2019. We pushed to above 29K just over 2 months later in the beginning of February. What happened to BTC during this time? Well, BTC ran from the 7K levels to above 10K. So another run from stonks, in my personal opinion, will push BTC up. I would say the run for BTC, if stonks get to that low 30K range by early November, would put BTC in between 14K to 15K. And here's where my next bull run opinion changes. Here's where we will see the significant dump, which is going to paralyze those involved since 2017 and after, making them think it's over and this crypto, it's garbage. From this range, 14 to 15K, we will fall and officially hit the CME Gap, that pesky one at 9.6K, which people are charting right now, saying it is imminent. It is just down the road. A dip from 14K to 9.6K would be a 31% dip come November. That sounds a bit more like it to me, but seriously, don't put your money where my mouth is. I'm just a guy who loves crypto and makes videos on the internet. Cheers, I'll see you next time.